Before we draw the outline of the guitar, it's helpful to have a background image on which to base the sketch. This is a command we use a lot in industrial design, and it's kind of buried in the SOLIDWORKS UI. So let's head up to Tools, Customize, Commands, Sketch. Then drag the Sketch Picture icon into the tool tray and click OK. Click the Sketch Picture icon and find the sketch file. Any of the normal image formats should work, so feel free to use your own. Drag and scale the guitar so that it fits within the datum planes we've created. It's pretty much just eyeball work. Set the transparency, full image, to 0.8. Exit the sketch and rename it Sketch Template. Create another sketch on the front plane, and draw a spline beginning at the base of the guitar and working your way up to the top using exactly 5 points, one for each of the major inflection points, plus one at each end. Then constrain those endpoints so that they're coincident with the right plane and their respective driving planes at the top and bottom. You may have gotten that to work just by snapping, but you might want to check just to make sure that they're fully constrained. Then right-click the vector handles at each endpoint and set those to horizontal. Right-click the spline and Show Curvature Combs. Now you can adjust the scale and density of that graph to your taste. And one more time, right-click the spline again and Display Control Polygon. Click on one of the points, and use the points to adjust the curve to match the sketch template as closely as possible, paying attention to the curvature combs to watch for any lumps that might appear. Now you could be using the control handles on the curve, but I don't recommend it. I also don't recommend attempting to constrain the spline any further than it already is. I know this goes against everything else I've been saying in this tutorial series, but the spline tool can be pretty finicky when you constrain it, and I find life can be a lot happier if the spline is just left to calculate on its own. If you want to change the size of the body of the guitar in the future, you're just going to have to manually readjust these spline handles. When you're done, right-click on the curve, hide the curvature combs, and exit the sketch. Rename it Body Outline, and hide the sketch template.